Hi, I'm Pramod Kumar and I'm going to teach you the mechatronics, that means mechatronics subject in MTech first year, mechatronics. So the subject is fundamental mechatronics and the topic is mechatronics is building and others. Basically, this is part of mechatronics in manufacturing processes, and in this lecture we'll just concentrate on the welding and other manufacturing process. The manufacturing process where the mechatronic system is used. So objective of this lecture is application mechatronics in welding and others, that means other operations. So mostly we'll concentrate on the welding and understanding of the various mechatronics components used in manufacturing like welding, material handling, tool chain, etc. So we'll discuss about all those things in this lecture. This is the objective of our lecture. Welding technology has obtained access virtually to every branch of manufacturing. For name a few welding, bridges, ship, rail, road equipments, building constructions, boiler, pressure vessels, pipelines, automobile, aircrafts, launch vehicles, and nuclear power plants. So in these sectors, basically, welding technology is to be upgraded in such a way that will have a very less failure and will have a highest degree of joining operations, so that we cannot have a devastating effect of the joining operations. For example, if there is a problem in joining operation in nuclear power plant, then it will have a great huge loss to the human as well as financially. So uh, we cannot feel uh, we cannot manage that loss because of the huge quantity involved in those operations. For example, if there is some problem in launch vehicle in because of the joining operations in the we know that lots of millions of dollars as well as rupees, crores of rupees are basically involved in that launch vehicles and all. So if there is some failure because of the joining operations, we cannot basically manage those financial loss. So though we can manage, but it will be huge loss to the financially to the country, and that is not basically advisable. So we need to have a constant upgradation of the welding technology in all those sectors, especially nuclear defense, aerospace industries. So computers have already entered into the field of welding, and the situation today is that welding engineers has little or no computer skills will soon to be hard pressed to meet the welding challenge of technological time. So everything is basically computerized and everything is basically programmed. All the welding robot basically is programmed by the computer science engineer, computer technology, and it performs the precise operations without any failure, without very less failure. We cannot say that failure can be avoided, but it can be minimized. It's very less, very less error. We can just use the automation technology. So the automation and robotic are two closely related technology that is basically used in welding technology. So what is the continuous robotic arc welding? So we'll just discuss about the few welding processes, few welding technology used using the mechatronic system. So continuous robotic arc welding basically is the technology which basically is used using the mechatronic system. The arc welding is performed by a skilled worker who are assisted by a person called fitter. So the purpose of fitter is to organize the work and fixture the parts of the welder. The working condition of welder is typically unpleasant and hazardous. So welder has to be performed that task in hazardous situation, which will be very injurious to the health, and not only the health of that worker but the health of that family also. That's why we just to avoid that sort of hazardous effect or damaging effect to the human, we just go for the continuous robotic arc welding. That arc welding basically form the welding process unit which emit the ultraviolet radiation, which is basically introduced to human vision, as well as a result, welders are required to wear eye protection in the form of welding helmet and dark window. The dark window auto filter or the dangerous, but it is too dark to work on. So to avoid all those things, blind, because of virtually making virtually blind, wearing the helmet, there might be some problem in the joining operations. So to avoid all those sort of bad effect, so person used to go for the continuous robotic arc welding. And these are the benefits of the continuous robotic arc welding. So higher productivity, products that contribute to the increased rate when the robots used in the batch production is the elimination of fatigue factor. And the robots do not experience fatigue in the sense that human worker do. Our robot can continue to operate in the entire shift with the need of periodic rest break. So and improved safety and quality of work life, improved safety and quality of work environment resulting from the removing the human operator from the uncomfortable, fatiguing and potentially dangerous work situation is basically is good for the human resources for that particular company. And greater quality of product. So basically greater quality in a robotic arc welding results from the capability of the robot to perform the welding cycle with accuracy and repeatability that human counterpart cannot do. This translates to more consistent welding seam and is free of because free and build on the filler material seams that is characteristics of the many welding technology, and that can have the bad effect on human welders. So features of the arc welding robot. In digital robot that performs welding must possess certain features and capabilities. Some of the technical considerations in arc welding applications are discussed in the following way. So these are the basic features which arc welding robot can have or should have. Work volume and degree of freedom. So the robot's work volume must be large enough for the size of the parts to be welded, and sufficient allowance must be made for the manipulation of the welding torch. So because manipulation of the welding torch is basically very much required, basically that means the welding torch need to have a constant gap between the workpiece as well as the torch, and the movement of that torch is basically must be regulated, and it must be continuous with particular or a specified speed. 5 or 6 degree of freedom are required, generally required for the arc welding robot, and number is influenced by characteristics of the welding jobs and motion capabilities of the part manipulation. If the parts are manipulated has 2 degree of freedom, this tends to reduce the requirement on the number of degrees of freedom possessed by the robot. So a robot must have the higher degree of freedom so that we can have the complicated joining operation can be performed on the particular object or particular parts. So motion control system basically is the typical type of requirement for the continuous robot system, where continuous path control is required for the arc welding. So robot must be capable of a smooth continuous motion in order to maintain uniformity of welding seams. So this is basically most important thing. That means you need to have uniformity of welding seam. If there is some uniformity of welding seam, then there will be some defect in that joining operation, and it will have a devastating effect on the product. So then the motion control system must be in a good condition, and it must be in good order to maintain the uniformity. Precision of motion. The accuracy and repeatability of the robot determine to a large extent for the quality of welding job. So this is precision of motion is basically one of the basically important parameters that need to be used for the welding operation, and present requirement of welding job vary according to the size and industry purpose, and these requirements should be defined by each individual user before selecting the most appropriate robot. So precision of welding and motion control system, these are the things basically is basically very much required for the robotic arc welding. So interface with the other system, the robot must be provided with sufficient input and output control capability to work with other equipment in the cell. So other pieces of the equipments are automobile fixers unit, conveyors, and parts of the positioners that has to interface and that has to be interlinked, and that interlinking is done by the IT's in information technology, using the information technology, which is the advanced form of mechatronic system, and it is integral part of the mechatronic system. So program for the robot for the computer smart system must be considered, and to facilitate the input of program for the building parts with a regular shape and size is to be done, and this programming is again integral part of the mechatronic system. Problem for the robots in arc welding is a related problem is that arc welding is often performed in confined area that are difficult to access, such as inside of tank, pressure vessels, and ship hulls. Human can person in this area more irritably than the robot, because there is some limitations for the robot, because a robot can have some 3 or 6 degree of freedom, but human can have infinite degree of freedom because of its flexibility in arms as well as in legs and all. So it can have so in that case human can have better human are in better position to work in that situation than the robot. One of the most difficult technological problem is the variation in the dimension of the parts in batch production job. This type of dimensional variations means that arc welding paths to be followed will change slightly from part to the part. So this is the one of the problem, a technical problem. So another technical difficulty is the variation in edge and surface to be welded together. Instead of being straight and regular, the edges are typically irregular. This causes variation in the gap between the parts, and other problem in the way the pieces met together or prior to the welding processes. Suppose there is some uh, suppose a programming is done for particular path. If there is some changes in the shape and in gap, then the machine will not consider that gap or that variation. It will just go according to the program, and in that case that joining operation will not be a suitable one. However, in human can just adjust itself. It can adapt into that particular type of situations where there is some gap, where there is some changes in the dimension, or in the there is some problem in the edges and all. It can changes itself according to the situations. So human welders are able to compensate for both these variations by certain parameters in the welding process, and in digital robot provided with the sensors to monitor the variation in welding process and control logic to compensate for the part and weld gap irregularities. Let's see the welding robo, one video of a welding robo where different types of robotic welding robot is basically used over here in assembly line. You can see that they can just weld the part in the different locations. So you can see the one part with the body is placed, and this assembly part, and different robot is working continuously in different parts. You can see this they can change the tools, and they can change the location of the tools, because this is basically confined one, and you can see lots of firework is happening, and it is basically dangerous for the human one. It can and it will just have some damaging effect on human health. So and for that reason, so different types of welding robo is basically used. Now you can see the after this welding, and this robot just came back into its positions, and in this way welding robot basically works. Now we'll come to the material handling mechatronic system. Material handling mechatronic system is basically not the actual manufacturing. It's not the actual parts of manufacturing system, but it is integral part of manufacturing system, since it is basically used in in-house material handling or out-house material handling system. That means when from raw material to the machine, or from the machine to semi product or finished product to the other region. So all those parts, all those operations, all those particular specific operation is done by material handling mechatronic system. That means when the product is to be loaded on the machine, that means and that loading is basically done by the mechatronic system, that is automated when it will take a lesser time. Sometimes, for example, suppose one job is uploaded on the lathe machines, though, and loading on the lathe machines will require, if a man is just is loading on the that part in the lathe machines, it will take time. It will, and if it is done by the robot, it will take a very less time, because it can function various operations at the same time. That means it can just hold that object and the jaw chuck, as well as it can apply the different types of fixer operations on that object, and can clutch it, and can make it fast. So it can just load that object on the machine very fast. So it will take a very lesser time than the time taken by the human one. So in unattended operation, in cases where parts can be staged for the robot, production can continue during the break and break, lunch, and in some cases overnight. So unattended operations can be done at the time of that means material handling can be done at the attended operations. So reliability, Moto Man robot are extremely reliable one. These are the basically Moto Man robot, which is basically used in the material handling mechatronic system, that is very much reliable. Reduction in changeover times, programs are stored in memory and can be recalled quickly, resulting in minimum changeover time. So since this is basically computerized one, it will take a very less time. Robotic automation removes the inconsistency of the operator, improves the production planning, and reduce overtime. So robot can perform secondary operation such as deburring, and it can just improve the product. So improved next quality of that one is the improved quality. Removing the human element from the loading and loading process will result in reduced scrap and rework. So in this way we can have the improved quality and reduce labor issues, because reduced training, when a robot is trained forever, and it can just work till the end. But training an operator is loading, and loading is take some time, and after some time, if training is not complete, it will have some damaging effect on the product. It will have some time consuming. It will have some time consuming problem on that object. So improved worker satisfaction. So worker involved with the robotic equipment will be better satisfied with the job. So robot do not talk and distract from the worker. They do not wander off, and they are not always there on the task when something needs to be done. So robot is working continuously, and they do not distract it because of this one. So it will improve the precision of the material handling. So few workers result in fewer labor issues and avoid labor shortage. So material handling handled by the mechatronic system will have a less human intervention, so that we can have fewer labor issues, reduce operator injuries, and lower insurance premium. So this way we can just have the higher capital gain. Flexibility, because of the flexibility, robots are easily programmed to handle multiple parts, and robot can be redeployed in other parts of factory in the production needs to be done. So the bottom line is that robotic automation is cost effective, and the profit continues for the years. So material handling robot these are the, suppose payload, there are lots of material handling robots and some of the robot handling material handling robot payload ranges from the 2 to 900 kg. Variety of configurations available with the 4 to 15 axis of motion, including dual arm robo. Wide range of work in envelope is basically is available. So floor, wall, shelf, and ceiling mounted models are also available. Custom and standard gripper available. So custom system design integrations are available in the material handling. Let's summarize the welding technology. Basically, welding technology has obtained access virtually to every branch of the manufacturing, to name a few: breeze, ship, rail, road equipment, building, constructions, boiler, pressure vessels, pipelines. Basically, in this where the high degree of basically accuracy is required, and that joining operation is done by the upgraded welding technology, and the robot are faster than the human. In many applications can reduce loading and loading and unloading time, and that improves productivity and results in high utilization of the capital equipment. Basically this is for the material handling robotic system. So in this lectures we have just concentrate on the mechatronic system used in welding technology as well as material handling operations, and there are lots of operations where mechatronic system is basically used, and we'll see that in coming lecture. So this is basically these are the questions: how mechatronic system used in welding technology has improved the productivity of the industry. Any material handling system is to made mechatronically system to improve the overall productivity. How? So this is the basically two questions, and you can try to just think about these two questions, and you can write it and send it to me. These is basically text books which basically we are using is these are the textbook, and this is the reference book, and you can just have it. And besides these two books, besides these books, we'll have the different types of material reading materials. We'll just give you time to time. And with that, we end this lecture. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.